audience. So, I know you guys are probably thinking, where am I? What is this? And who are you? That's one of the most important questions you can ask in today's society is, who are you or who am I? Well, I can start off this speech by saying, hello, my name is Noah Ferebee. I'm 18 years old and I go to Venice High School. But no! I choose to describe myself with 3 adjectives. And that's what you guys are going to hear about today. I choose to describe myself with 3 adjectives because I think it's best at showing you what it's like to be me. What it's like to put yourself in my shoes, and we can kind of dive deeper into my life and about who I am. So, typically the 3 adjectives I use are, I'm funny, I'm a leader, and I'm over-analytical. Now, let's dive into the first one. I'm funny. To everybody you ask except my middle school bullies. Yes, I was bullied all throughout middle school, and in result, that led me to going home and researching comedy. Yes, comedy. How does one just become funny? Well, I'll tell you, you go home and you look up Jeff Dunham YouTube videos. I had a passion for ventriloquism and impressions, which eventually led to me going to school, telling jokes, because I found it as a way to cope better. I found it better to have people laugh with me than laugh at me. And eventually, once I got to high school, I sought to change that image of myself. I looked at it as, why would I make people laugh with me when I can just make them smile in general? So, I developed my own one-liners, I learned how to do impressions, and it all worked out in the end. I'll tell you, when I was growing up, all I would do was go on Netflix and watch Adam Sandler specials. I watched them so much so that my mom had to ban my Netflix account. Yep, she had to ban it. But ultimately, that ban worked out for the best, because then I found the new knack for writing and delivering my own performances. I first performed at Disney. We had a family reunion back in 2012, and I went up there, did my thing as I always do, and I ended up winning Best Child Comic at Disney. I have an award for it. So, with that opportunity, I found myself kind of developing leadership skills that I never knew I had. And then I developed a knack for public speaking. And so I thought to myself, Noah, what can you do with this public speaking? So, I decided to go to my church, Coast Life, and I talked to them about leadership opportunities, which leads me to my next statement. I'm a leader. I wasn't born a leader. I was chosen, and I wanted to be a leader. So when I went to church, they said that they wanted me to be a youth leader for a group of 8th graders. And I thought, wow, that's cool. It's my first leadership opportunity. Sometimes I question that decision because I don't know what to say half the time. But, in result, it worked out. They chose me to be a leader because of my organizational skills and the way that I execute things. My pastor even said, quote unquote, that people flock to me, or that I'm very approachable. And I find this now to be true. Now, my leadership opportunities ultimately led for me to kind of develop more of a free-thinking mindset. And with this free-thinking mindset, I started to realize that I overanalyze a lot of things. And lastly, that's what we're going to talk about. I am an overthinker to the max. I overanalyze everything. Whether it's a homework assignment, my girlfriend, or the speech, I overanalyze everything. If something isn't perfect, I'll scrap it. I'm very good at nitpicking and throwing out all the bad ideas, but when it comes to the final 2 A and B decisions, I can't decide between the 2. So I always consult a friend, or I do both ideas, or I just write it down on a piece of paper and take a stem of the pros and cons. On the contrary though, there is a good thing about being an overthinker, and it's the fact that I can make some of the toughest decisions with ease. If I scrap away all the bad ideas and I'm left with 2 good ideas, you can't necessarily go wrong. So all in all, today I gave you guys a speech about how I am funny, I am a leader, and I am an overanalyzer. I hope you guys learned something about yourselves during this speech, and I'm glad that you guys came out to listen, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you.